Yeah, but we're in the shade every day. Cold. Oh, where you parked?
All the way over to City Hall.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm going to ask Joe.
CPI just came by and said you're parked over here and then you're going to get the tickets out. I'm fucking Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Ferry driving, you paid an extra $9. I think you paid $40.
Yeah.
You pay for the cab or the office cab. Nothing wrong.
You're using your own equipment, or you?
All I have is stick mic and XLR. And a lavalier. That's all I own.
Yeah, I keep my gear in the car. I'm maintaining. Dad shows up.
你又唔關佢事嘅，把鎖你個鎖芯問題。屌你老母，啲鎖芯好撚流嘅，死人大力鎖。
Go ahead.
Guess what? Are you guys innocent of corruption? Yeah, you made me a victim of corruption. How long now? You stole my inheritance.
Man, you step back because we need to. You already went in? Hey, how are you? Good. How are you? Happy New Year's. That would be the best party on Sunday or Monday.
you already got this.
Yeah, I got it. Send it back then.
Yeah, I'd love to catch up with you.
Thank you, that'd be wonderful. You can't get that.
Somebody's got to pay. Jake. No, Jake. Yeah. I think the horses are going that way. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. All right. Don't worry. I know who you are. Thank you. Thank you. If you have your pass out, you can use your laptop. Hey, Jeremy. Pass out for laptop.
Thank you.
Pass out for laptop. No cell phones. Pass out for laptop. Pass out to use the laptop. Yep, you got it. Good, good, good. You got a laptop? I use your laptop. Take notes. Pass out laptop. You got it, Adam. Good. Adam. You have a pass? Pass test?
This is mine.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Al.
Good, Corey. Andrew. Good, Maria. Good. Yeah, it's on the feed. It's going to the Washington AP. Everybody's going to get it, just the way it was in the proceeding. All the print will get the audio feed through the pool feed. Thank you, Rob.
Hey Brendan, how you doing? Last hurrah. Final encore. I don't want to jinx it. Oh. Thank you very much. Take your boots back.
Morning. You got it out? You can use it. Yeah. Lisa?
Morning.
It's like a reunion. Old home week.
But it's up to you. You can toggle. Happy New Year. Let me get the same. Happy New Year.
So I think, I don't know if it's what the name is, you want to find it, I just want to go now. Because he's like, yep, becoming an engineer. For you.
Yes, sir.
You're going to see how many seats are left. Kyle, I know, is going to want to be here.
But you all choose to be in the open front, right? Correct. Sean.
Right, I'll go down. Do you want to see if you want to stay for the seat? I think there's 30. swap out the car. So you have James and this.
Best they had. The best, no, really.
Let me just. No, I told them, I already described to them. Oh, they're going to, Sean, thank you. They're going to do it. Make sure you I drew a picture for you. They're going to go in. This is my, they're going to go in. It's beautiful drawing. And they're just going to do these two things. They're just going to show this. Perfect. All right. I'll tell them again. Oh, you're with Shayna? Yeah. Okay, so Shayna's in there. Yes.
Give me that pass back.
And even take that one. Yeah, he's going to switch.
Fonty, take that 3 clots.
The yellow pass.
Yes.
For the laptop. Correct. So if I don't have the big press pass, no laptop in there.
No laptop, if you don't have the New York City government issued ID.
Okay.
You have to have this.
All right, well then I'll do the
Oh yeah, that's true. We should go.
Okay. It'll be on screen. You already assigned to be on the screen. Right, the team's on the judge will upload it. So you don't have to worry about that.
That's why they keep it up there.
Don't be spinning around, you know, like, just keep it, you know, right between some defense in that kind of range. Stand there.
When the rest comes up.
Unless they want to be in chains, make sure everything else. Sean's in there, but you can have.
Yeah. Oh, in here? I think the people are going to come out of here. They're so concerned. I'm not going to stop that.
Alex, that's up. We got public coming in.
No. I told them.
Yeah, well, they'll try. They'll try it. Yeah.
Just hang out.
Guys, a couple of you remember from the trial, just wanted to no electronics, no cell phones, no outbursts, no, you know, gentlemen, no hats. And
That's it.
No, I know you don't make rules.
I'm just saying, I'm like, you can't be in there.
Bathroom straight up.
Oh, yeah. So you know how many people it's in New York City? I'm going to be over there. I mean, that's David's right behind me. You handed me this stack when you were counting. Hold this, and then came and handed it to people who were swapping, you know, rooms. What? This is what you handed me when you were counting green ones. Did you take parts? Well, some that they were swapping out. Al or somebody else was telling me that they're swapping the green, but that's what you handed me. have a few that I gave to other people, and then I gave you. Within reason, Jake.
All right.
Yeah, man.
What date is today even?
Except for us. Monday. 2. No.
1, 2, 3, 4, and Curtis.
I like how I'm not part of that number.
I didn't see Curtis. Sorry.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Curtis. Like guys, girls, and Curtis.
You're special.
When you say so.
We got 1 minute.
Spread out like my cameras are up. Everything's sitting on the subway.
What?
And my camera switched to
Oh, you told me that. Like,
the self timer. And I was like shooting, and I'm like, what? Why is it not firing? And then
I've done that
I got
too.
the 4. I got the 4. I'm like,
Thank you, Curtis. Because you're the only one facing backwards. That way.
got an exclusive.
No, it's cool. That's the point. One person's doing it.
Everybody gets.
Depends on your definition of the end game, Jeff. been open for a week. Lucy sent out a tweet the other day. That was last week. Oh, yeah. She wants to get rid of you?
Really?
She's insane. I wouldn't let you go.
I don't know who's gonna come in New York then.
They might be hiring someone else.
And you tell him.
Yes.
They'll be already
Because Pablo
out,
and
right?
Evan don't like you. Yeah, because the two people who make decisions hate you. Fucking Evan, how awesome you are. One more time. I'm gonna release pictures of him when he's.
You approve me.
Yeah. When he was here, when they were here in December, he leans over and goes, interesting. Do you do that? Of course I do. I see them. I go, I don't know.
Sorry.
It's the last day. Hopefully I'll be drunk by 1. Sleep by 3. Oh, I had one drink last night, one cocktail after I got home. Oh yeah, I was passed out on my couch. Did you? I was on the phone my whole train ride. We were at the funeral. She was here.
I am just
That's right. That was nice.
Good. So I get up there. How you doing, man? Trying to catch up with you.
Yeah, you married into it.
No, actually they did. They weren't gonna like.
Oh really?
They like closed it off at first, and then I went like, where you eat.
I would think the PIO would be like, let's go. Yeah.
The PAO didn't. Okay, so it's like it's on the base, but it's like a museum, so it's a separate command. So he didn't even realize that they closed it off. And he like sent me the guy with the form like this says that I can't talk to this. Anyways, yeah,
Come on, good.
Oh, he's with the, what is it for you?
Did you do that at like 8,000 a second?
No, actually, it's down to 200.
Really?
Yeah. I was like at F4, like, it was bright light, I was shooting.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then I was just getting smoke, so I had to go down to like F22 and then 200.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
I saw that last night. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. She's standing behind the cannon as it's going off and it's exploding. It's cool as fuck.
Why did you go to the Canadian?
You raised him?
What do you opt for, like, going to the next one?
It was like a 21 gun, so we like harder, because when it was right off, so we started building something. Yeah.
It was. It was in all the slideshows. Well, when I say all the slideshows, I look at three. Yeah, well, yes.
Those are the ones posted in our Slack channel.
Are they?
Look, and then I'm like, hey, for some reason.
Because they used to. They used to. Yeah. And when you're over a certain age, AOL is I use it. My internet, like Gmail and AOL are one. Yeah. Me too. I use mine.
I have a Hotmail.
Oh, I had CompuServe in 80, just between 7 and 88, and you had numbers.
Yeah.
That was Al Gore. Al Gore invented the internet. Al Gore, he was third row, right behind the former president.
She says she has a sort of conflict schedule, whatever.
Everybody else is acknowledged. Oh, did she? Yes. Yes. Oh, I didn't see that. But no, they use those in the actual walls. Yep. Yep. Then they switched to
New York City pass. They won't let me take my app. Yeah, they won't let me take my laptop out there. You know? You do? Yeah, I got you.
Ozzy Osbourne. But yes, yes.
Washington, D.C., where Donald Trump will be inaugurated for a second time in just 10 days. James, good to see you. There was that last-minute appeal to the Supreme Court judges, and even so, a couple of the more Republican-friendly ones decided that, no, this would go back to court in New York.
That's right, yeah. And there are 9 Supreme Court justices. Donald Trump didn't get the result he wanted, 5-4 against. It's important because of what happens here on the 20th of January. I'm just beneath the rotunda on the Capitol. Right up there is where Donald Trump will solemnly swear. And when he does so, he will do so as a convicted felon, because that's what this is all about. He was convicted, of course, on 34 charges relating to that hush money case, payment to a porn star to keep her quiet prior to the 2016 election. What he has done is gone to the highest court in the land to say, look, delay my sentencing. I'm the president. This will disrupt my responsibilities as the occupant of the White House. Now, the Supreme Court has come back, and the message they've given to the man who will stand there and to the crowds who will watch him come the day is that because you're not going to be jailed, because there will be no hard sentencing that sends you to jail, that finds you, essentially it's unconditional. Because of that, it will not interfere with your presidential duties. And on his other argument that he should not have been convicted in the first place, these Supreme Court judges have said, look, that's a matter for the appeal court. So it's important to Donald Trump, because when he is inaugurated here as president on the 20th of January, he will be the convicted felon, a criminal who is sworn in as the president, the first ever former president to have that status at the swearing-in ceremony, the first ever president-elect. It will matter to him because the history maker will make a history of the sort he doesn't want. That's why he went to the Supreme Court. He didn't get the result that he was after.
James, fascinating. Thank you very much indeed. All back to this.
Because she's not staffing. From that in Ferguson.
Enjoy that freedom.
Kevin doesn't know that. You can bank her account. I have 100 books. Oh, you're going long. That's right. It's been a while. I'm just trying to balance. If you're going to go long, I'll do wide.
You still try to turn.
It's illegal to do that.
You start 2 weeks later. You start 2 weeks later. That's not a long break.
This might seem the first day when we were in DC, we were doing the first day we were doing like cell destruction, how we stacked in. So the first day I went to athletics and I went to tackles. Yo, when I hit him, all I heard was I was like stretching. I was like, oh, that didn't feel right.
What about
I was like, lesson learned.
we have
Make sure, like,
I think we get so the holidays follow the stock exchange holidays. I think we have Yeah, they don't pay.
Heat is not included in your bill?
No. We have to pay because it's electric.
Oh.
So you have to pay your electric.
Oh, shit. Heat on electric?
Yeah, me too.
For electric? You don't even get that in the summer, it's barely maybe.
On a normal one, I pay $300.
Ours is like 80 or 90.
Yeah. 3 bedrooms. And children have 6 things going at once.
Leave all the lights on when they leave.
Well, lights on, that doesn't matter. They probably do lights on. But it's the other shit. Cranking the heat to 74 degrees.
You said it felt
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the child had a symptom.
If it's hot outside?
Yeah.
If it's cold
I
outside?
sleep with the window open this much in the winter because the radiators are so hot. Whoa. Blast. Have like humidifier going, the windows open and still.
For me, that would be ideal to do that. Nice steam heat, and leave a crack in the window so the cold air comes in.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah.
Lightheaded. You didn't eat anything? Oh my god.
Oh, Joshua.
No, it's a guy in person. I mean, it may be more. Sometimes they bring extras that just want to come and watch.
I just like the fact that this is a public hallway.
Lightheaded?
Stick heat in the hallway.
I don't know.
You good? Where's my fuck, kid? 5 minutes?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah.
No, he's kind of like, I'm the new Mary. Yeah, please don't be the new Mary. What happened? 1, 2, 3, 4. We better on the principles. Is this not the big attack?
Curtis. 4 and Curtis. Here's Curtis. He's coming right here. 4 and Curtis.
I'm 4 and Curtis. I didn't group.
He's gonna take that soup. You good? All right. Good.
Stay ready, they just might be setting them up.
I think that's exactly what. I don't know if you're using your cell phone. Yeah, well, how's that? through the judge's chambers.
Huh.
Yeah, I had to put it down when it was going on my head. I still do kind of. Put it down.
There's a cafeteria on the first floor. You get those.
You know what? I think that I didn't eat like nutritiously for breakfast. So I think that's just
Yeah. Important. Oh, I get some eggs now. Pretty good price too.
That was super weird.
It's not working. Yeah, they already. I saw that.
Both sides?
Emil Bowl, Emil Bowl.
I did not see him.
Him himself is fine, right, with the audio?
What?
Him himself.
Yes. It's nice that the camera on them was out of focus.
Yep. Wow. I felt great about it.
Well, Trump is just like had his head down.
Yep.
I didn't realize you can't shoot the back of his head when I walked in.
It's always been the rule. Remember?
Yeah,
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Just don't move it.
No.
You don't want to be D?
It's not a good photo anyway.
It's gonna be at least 15, 20 minutes, probably longer.
The defendant, you have anything to say before I pass sentence, that's where they might go on.
Oh, they're gonna give him a chance to speak?
Yeah, you always get a chance.
I shot it at 24, I shot at 35, I shot at 50.
See, the problem is he's disseminating so much bad information, and it just causes a firestorm. Say, if his mouth is moving, he's lying. What is left?
Oh, wow.
No, he's not allowed in here. I have, there was a specific amount. Sorry, Lev, but it's cool. Yeah, I have a list.
Like I said, you might have a few minutes right now.
Hopefully it's not.
Did anybody come of the lawyer or? No. So nobody's
Somehow they're all silent. How did he get any?
Back there, and then
They let him in?
looks like it. I know, he's a lawyer.
You're not allowed in here left. It's cool.
Lady, please, you.
No, it's cool. Fuck out.
Jesus. Are you okay? Okay, here's the deal. They brought everybody in the back of the court. If you want to go warm up, I'll let you know when it's over. And maybe let's get to the voting place. That's probably where the voting is.
That would be the next place to
Go
go.
warm up, I'll give you a heads up. Two prosecutors, but they won't be three, it'll just be a under both. All right?
Hilarious. It's an agency.
He doesn't, I mean, meaning he's a contributor.
Yeah. No,
Not a stringer. I think.
he's not.
I like Lev a lot.
I like him too, but
Rodden. Reagan.
Oh, Leslie, I don't know.
We met in the test negative. So you still may be okay.
Can't feel my feet, otherwise.
You gonna stay up there all morning?
Climb up to the next floor, I couldn't scrape you.
Nice holidays?
I don't celebrate. I'll celebrate the end of the fiscal year. What'd you say?
I said you're a very generous man and you generally give really nice gifts.
Yeah, I didn't give you your envelope yet.
Yeah, where's my envelope?
yeah, I know.
Nobody at the court is.
Yeah. Yeah. And but it's back focus. The flag, the focus is on his flag.
Is it usable?
Huh?
Is it usable?
But I mean, it's the TV. It looks like shit.
No.
So he's still waiting for you or not?
We've been in the house. Marshawn is in like 3 years now. See him?
Maybe they'll come out this
Maybe.
Otherwise we'll go to
Just
basketball.
both, just both. The other team, they.
Bove is the short guy with the ball. That's what I was saying earlier.
Bova is,
We know.
Yeah, so he might come out.
He should
Didn't
have
go in.
He should have gone in this way. We should have shown
We never saw him.
I know we did.
I just don't want to hear that he's telling me that I missed it. I definitely did not. Oh, look at you said it. It's just saying anything. As long as it's not their fault.
Right.
They'll cover their ass game.
Yeah.
No, Umar, it's pool.
Who lets them in?
Where's that?
Well, protest? It's that guy right there.
I got Dave out there, so. There's Bo. Oh, there he is. Okay. I didn't see the two front teeth.
Okay, so there's nothing going on in this hallway. Lawyers and prosecutors are into the judge's chambers. Oh, Farrington's there? Okay, all right, very good. All right, I'm here. Bye-bye.
Where's Bill at the protest?
He's outside.
Okay, let me say hi to him.
Yes, I don't have to worry about that. Good, excellent.
Did he say how many people were there?
No, I just saw a picture.
Oh, okay.
I didn't speak to him, but there's a giant flag out there.
Really?
Yeah. It seems like it's 12 feet wide.
Hey, Bill, Tom, I'll be down as soon as this is over, period. Stay warm.
For the future, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, but you know.
Looks like the kid waiting outside the principal's office.
Because we have letters from the court from the press. Oh, geez. But I didn't think they were going to let us in this morning, so let me text them. Bring them from my office.
No, it's important.
But these are good. These are super light. And you know, for a short fellow like me, so. You know, I'm not like Justin Lane, where I just tower over. And put my arm up like this and then 14 feet in the air.
Are you going back there?
Sure am.
Can you put these on the cart, please?
The first 10 frames are like wacky colors.
Well, most of the courtrooms in this building have those energy-saving lights.
Yeah, I
So
know.
you know, if you shoot a blast of 3, one's green, one's red, one's normal.
No, it's not. It's a light.
They vary in
They
frequency.
cycle. If yours went through? Oh, I can't see what drops into our server. No. If I have to get my laptop out to log in.
Pictures.reuters.com.
You didn't get a test?
No, I didn't get a bill.
What?
I didn't get a bill. I set it up.
Dave got the bat.
And it got a fail?
Dave got the bat.
I got one through this morning and it's 30 feet long. So.
Oh my God, what does this guy use the flamethrower to start a fire? This guy using a flamethrower. Where is most even getting?
Hollywood props.
Yeah? They're not cheap.
You can buy them. You used to be able to buy them from Tesla. Yeah. Yeah.
You get a can of flammable liquid and you hold a match in front of it when you spray it. It's the same thing.
Well, I don't know if it's that or it just says flamethrower.
That's the stuff you huff at night, right? You get the whipped cream and you huff it.
No, that's nitrous oxide.
Yeah.
This is propane.
New York Magazine just did a whole story on everybody using nitrous oxide these days to get high. Well, they found one woman who got addicted.
Get addicted to.
I love it.
Oh, that's it? Oh, no. That's the Pacific Coast Highway.
It's the same amount of stairs. That one, there's no brakes. It's a big, big.
Brandon.
Yeah.
At home.
back to when we were stuck in that park, right, shooting through the double fence?
And it's kind of stuff to be the White City while he sits in Mar-a-Lago.
Yep. Curtis, your stuff went through. Yeah, all the pool picks are
It
dropping.
was organized since we did on the trial, so, yeah. So it's like,
He's
usually
asking for
like 7
explanations
photographers that are
now.
approved and they rotate, so.
It's part of the pool location.
It's a free pass.
Pool is formed. Pool was created a year ago.
I can't hear you.
We had a fire in Prospect Park about a month ago.
Yeah?
Nothing heard about that?
Yeah?
That was also a homeless person's story. I was up there after the next day. All this cooking and stuff was in the wood, all burned up. Grills, even microwaves. People throwing out their Christmas trees is using flamethrower, light the Christmas trees on.
Just terrible what goes on in this world. Greg, is there anything you could do about that?
The sad thing is I've never been to LA, so I haven't seen it. I've been to San Francisco and San Diego, but not LA. Yeah, apparently so. Yeah. You know, now they say the Hollywood Bowl is in jeopardy again.
It's always in jeopardy.
Yeah.
I used to live right there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, there's a hill, and it's all just like shitty, dry stuff all around it. It's terrible.
So it's like the mountains come down real quick, down to
Well,
to the base.
it's the Hollywood Hills.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, boom, there's like Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
And then the ocean.
Yeah. Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard. Then
Pacific Coast Highway.
no, Pacific Coast Highway. This Sunset Hollywood.
Perpendicular.
Yeah, and you know the major. There's 4 major roads. Then the 10, then the 101 basically caps it to 101.
Don't forget the
Cuts
five.
off. Yeah.
The 5.
Or sorry, the 5. The 10 is the parallel.
Is the 5 the one that goes out to Santa Monica?
5, yes.
Okay, Ventura. Is that Ventura Highway?
What do they
The 5?
Sing a few bars so we know what you mean.
Well, you know, they're all from Riverside.
Yeah.
Their parents were army brats, so they were stationed in London, and they didn't want anybody to think that they were British. So that's why they named it Band America. But their first album was all, you know, they have a song called Riverside, Ventura Highway, of course, as you know. All of this, you know, homesick for Southern California. Have you been, Jeff?
Who did that? Tom Blanche? I was there.
Todd Blanche.
Tuesday.
Oh.
He was at the appeals court.
Oh, okay. Not here. Oh, all right. Now they're saying there's fires in San Diego? No.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes? Oh my God.
Santa Ana's been blowing, baby. The whole up and down.
Yeah. Well, I think
The
like
clock winds,
close to 100, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the climatologists, I don't think they factored in. You can factor in heat, you know, temperature rise, ice cap melt, sea level rise, but I don't know if they factored in the increase in winds. You know, we work outside, right? Did you notice like there's wind all the time, not even when there's no storm? I've noticed, yeah, blue sky, you know, the old days if the storm was coming, you might get a little wind before the storm.
Check.
Of course, during. Now you have 2 weeks of blue sky, and it's 40-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, but that wasn't always like that. That was only when it was attached to storms coming in and leaving. That 2 weeks of wind, blue sky. I think the climate change is making the winds higher. And that's, of course, the irony, of course, is that that's good for wind turbines. But what's the difference if the whole country's burning down? Doesn't matter how much wind you have for wind turbines. Half the country burns down. It's the great joke and irony of this whole thing.
There was an explanation on, listening to an NPR thing, was explaining it all the other day.
What was the gist of it?
I'm trying to remember. I didn't pay that much attention. I was driving.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, I was listening, but not listening. Oh, wait.
Jesus. You want to get down, Jeff?
Yeah.
Tell us.
I just said,
Too tight over there.
Is anybody watching the next week?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, this.
This was a case that Alvin Bragg did not want to bring. He thought it was inappropriately handled before he got it. A gentleman was brought in from a law firm. It was criminal what he did. He was involved with my political opponent. It was a legal expense. Experts who are no friends of mine have said this case should have been brought.
This is a quote from Trump.
This is not a case that should not have been brought. There were legal expenses. Yeah, well, so he sold gold sneakers to cover it.
Who's saying this?
Trump.
Oh, he's speaking right now?
Obviously, this did not work. I won. Well, no,
you didn't.
not in this
Did
universe.
you, asshole?
Well, he won.
Well, being
He won being elected.
Oh, is that what he meant?
They're one and the same. You can't be in trouble if you're in charge.
Anybody else?
Kind of like you can deface the Capitol building, but it's okay.
As long as you wear a MAGA hat. It's fine as long as you wear a red hat.
Yeah.
I mean, all the other defendants still have to face trials.
What other defendants?
Well, you've got the defendants down at Mar-a-Lago moving those boxes around, like Malta and some other guy, I can't remember his name. And then, of course, all the January 6 folks, they're all in deep shit too. So.
They're about to be pardoned.
Pardon.
Yeah, but they still got to pay for lawyers, right? They still got to show up in court and all that. I mean, it's a nightmare.
Well, they have.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They're not pardoned yet, anyway.
You know. Well, they should have to pay because they fucking defaced the Capitol.
Exactly. Yeah, we probably have to pay for those repairs anyway.
We did.
And we're paying for all the security for this building every time we back up.
Trump says I was under a gag order. I assume I'm still under it. I'm totally
That
innocent.
I'm fine with. I
did
just don't
nothing
like the
wrong.
defacing of the Capitol.
The business records were accurate.
Love that building.
Anybody wants to hear this? All right, I'll
Yeah, no.
get it. Go ahead. Talk to
Jeff,
Brad.
listen.
You know, there's more that.
What life club are you on?
Matt, Inner City Press.
Sneak by each other. Can't sneak past you.
It looked like that door that Ashley Babbitt climbed through. That was like a 100-year-old wooden door.
Okay, he's done talking. You have a gentleman sitting right there who was with Department of Justice. He got them to move on it. They called it lawfare. I'd just like to explain I was treated very, very unfairly. Thank you very much, Judge Merchan. Thank you, Mr. Trump. So, that's that. He had what he had.
Or even a prison sentence. Let's join our US correspondent James Matthews, who's in Washington, D.C., where Donald Trump will be inaugurated in just 10 days' time for the second time. But first, he's got this to deal with. James, just bring us up to speed on what we can expect to hear from the court this afternoon.
Yeah, hi, Matt. Juan Merchan is about to deliver his sentence. I'm getting a feed from reporters inside the courtroom of what's being said. We've seen Donald Trump. He's joining the proceedings remotely by a video link from Mar-a-Lago, sitting beside his lawyer, Todd Blanche. Trump has had much to say, talking pretty much in what's described as campaign rally style, riffing. Talking about how he's innocent, calling this a very terrible experience. He said that this was a witch hunt. He says, I get indicted for calling a legal expense a legal expense. This is an embarrassment for New York, he said. The Department of Justice was very much involved in this case, and they are the political opponent. He talks about events in Los Angeles, says, with one of our largest, most important cities burning to the ground, with wars that are uncontrollably going on, with inflation, I got indicted for calling a legal expense a legal expense. I can tell you both sides in this court have recommended an unconditional discharge. That's what Donald Trump will get. That's already been signalled by the Judge Juan Merchan. He is now wrapping up, Matt, and I'm just looking at this fresh. Merchan is saying never before has this court been presented with such a unique and remarkable set of circumstances. This has been a truly extraordinary case. Once the courtroom doors were closed, he says, the trial itself was no more special, unique and extraordinary than the other 32 cases in this courthouse. The judge making the point that nobody is above the law, and Donald Trump was subject, has been subject to the law, along with everybody else in his view. Trump, of course, would reject that and has rejected that throughout the case, and indeed is articulating that this morning as he looks on remotely. Merchan is talking about the heightened security. The trial, he says, was a bit of a paradox because once the doors closed, it was not unique. The jury was selected and opening statements and verdict delivered, and all conducted and guided by the law and outstanding work and professionalism of clerks, reporters and security personnel. The judge says this: it is the legal protections afforded to the office of the President of the United States, not the occupant of the office. According to the office of the President laid out by our founders, says the judge, the July the 1st Supreme Court decision that spoke about presidential immunity, as with every defendant in your position, I must consider every mitigating factor. So that's the judge. His sentencing statement is ongoing. He will not send Donald Trump to prison. He won't fine him. He will give him an unconditional charge. What it does is complete the process of Donald Trump being formally classified as a convicted felon, a label that he will carry here to the Capitol when he is sworn in as president on the 20th of this month.
James, it really is fascinating what Judge Merchan is saying at the moment about where the protections lie with the office of the president. He's continuing saying, isn't he, because you and I are both looking at the sort of live doc, if you like, that's being compiled by colleagues of ours inside the court in New York, saying that they are not a mitigating factor, do not reduce the seriousness of the crime. I suppose he is clearly addressing Donald Trump, the individual, as opposed to the man who is about to take office for the second time.
Indeed. This business of the office of the president, it's been central to Donald Trump's argument that he should get off, effectively, because that Supreme Court decision that the judge is referring to, that was when the Supreme Court said that there is immunity for a president for the office of the presidency with regard to official acts. And what Trump has said successfully in some of the other criminal cases that he faces, he said that, the acts relating to my conviction were official because I was in office at the time when, checks were signed related to this hush money. Some of the people who gave evidence were close White House advisors. Therefore, that's official. Their evidence is official. Therefore, there should be a degree of immunity. That's an argument that he's taken to the appeal court unsuccessfully so far. And when he went to the Supreme Court yesterday with that argument, they said, that's not for us to decide. You've already gone to the appeal court. Let them take care of that. That's why Donald Trump didn't secure the delay in sentencing that he wanted. The sentencing, Matt, is coming now, according to this Google Doc that we're both looking at. Marchand has said this: Donald Trump, the ordinary citizen, Donald Trump, the criminal defendant, would not be entitled to such considerable protections. Ordinary citizens do not receive those legal protections. It's the office of the president and the office holder and the citizens of this nation, once again, who decided that you be returned to office.
And James, he has been sentenced to this unconditional discharge, with Marchand saying at this time, I impose that sentence to cover all 34 counts. I think he's finished off by saying, I wish you Godspeed for your second term in office and thank you. So just to confirm that, in the past few moments, Donald Trump has been sentenced by Judge Juan Marchand at this New York City court to an unconditional discharge for the crime of falsifying business records. And that covers all 34 counts, James.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. The judge was saying the only lawful sentence without encroaching on the highest office of the land is an unconditional discharge for the crime of falsifying business records. It is therefore at this time I impose that sentence to cover all 34 counts. And he ends by saying, I wish you Godspeed for your second term in office. Thank you. And then Judge Juan Marchand was off the bench. And the court is adjourned. Parties filing out, as are reporters and the public. And that screen you're looking at there, Donald Trump sitting with his lawyer, Todd Blanche. He will go away to digest what has just taken place inside a New York courtroom. Another historic development in the career of Donald Trump and in the history of US politics and in the history of the presidency. He's a convicted felon, formally classified as such, and it is as a convicted felon he will come to where I'm standing, to the Capitol building, where he'll be sworn in as the 47th president of the United States. The headline will be all about the convicted felon, because that is the element of history that will be here at the Capitol, that will be forever attached to Donald Trump. A dark chapter in the history of US politics that he desperately wanted to avoid. Has gone to pretty much every court that he could, including the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, to try to have this sentencing delayed. If he had won a delay, then essentially this case would have bitten the dust, knocked beyond his term in office, and who knows what would have happened to it 4 years hence. But Donald Trump, that's the headline this morning, in a New York courtroom, an unconditional discharge handed down by the judge Juan Marchand. Donald Trump formally can be classified now as a convicted felon.
James Matthews in Washington, D.C., many thanks indeed. So just to remind you of that development in the past few moments in that New York City court, that Donald Trump has been sentenced to an unconditional discharge for the crime of falsifying business records. And the judge, Juan Marchand, imposed that sentence to cover all 34 counts that he was found guilty of in May last year. Just to go back a bit in some of his summing up, the judge said, to be clear, the protections afforded the office of the president are not a mitigating factor and do not reduce the seriousness of the crime. He also said Donald Trump, the ordinary citizen, Donald Trump, the criminal defendant, would not be entitled to such considerable protections, therefore alluding to the fact that Donald Trump in 10 days' time will be inaugurated for the second time. He will become the second president to serve two non-consecutive terms in office, but he now becomes the first president to start that office as a convicted felon and receiving a sentence of an unconditional discharge from the judge in New York City. Well, staying with the US, and the number of people who are now known to have died in the California wildfires has risen to 10. Police are now investigating as well the possibility of arson as another fire broke out overnight in LA. The city and the county remains in a state of emergency, and while firefighters there tackle the flames, the National Guard has also moved in, with authorities warning looters they face strong punishment. 20 people have been arrested relating to theft and looting as the fires continue to tear through several neighbourhoods. This is the live scene now above Los Angeles, and as you can see, those fires, or many of them, still burning. Joining me to talk about this is Officer Luis Quintero, who is from the California Highway Patrol. Luis, thanks for taking the time to join us here on Sky News this afternoon. How have your past few days been?
Thank you for having me. Right now, it's been a very difficult time. We are in a state of emergency down here in Southern California. We're currently fighting 5 major fires here in the Los Angeles region. Our resources have been stretched to their maximum. We currently have officers all over LA County. We're in a state of tech alert. We're mobilizing units into these areas. And the California Highway Patrol right now is assisting fire departments. We've taken the responsibility of manning the major closures in the area, as well as assisting with evacuation orders and assisting with looting patrol as well.
Luis, where do you live? Is your own home affected, or are you mercifully away from where the worst of the fires are?
Thankfully, I am not affected. I don't live in LA County. However, there are multiple family members, friends, and even partners of mine that have been affected. It's just devastating time right now.
What about the area, Luis, that you normally work in? Because we hear the famous California Pacific Highway has also been at threat from a lot of the fire and smoke that's burning, certainly in the Pacific Palisades area.
So I oversee all